Hello, real estate family. It is Kai, and we are back with another episode with The Real in Real Estate. Today, I have a special guest. It is Sheena Simmons.
Thank
Sheena,
you.
Tell us what you do.
Hi, that was a great introduction. My name is Sheena Simmons. I'm a local loan originator here in Southwest Florida with Model Mortgage Infinity.
Okay. And being a loan originator, what do you do? Because most people are just like, okay, what does a loan originator do?
True. So I am, or should be, your first contact when it comes to you purchasing a home. I'm the person you sit down with, go over all your financials so we can determine what your buying power is.
Okay, that was good. So, just to break it down for the viewers, if you are in the market or thinking about getting into the market of real estate to purchase a home, you need to contact a loan originator and they will help
you figure out and learn what your buying power is, what that looks like for a down payment, what that looks like with different products, whether you're purchasing your first home, purchasing your dream home, or just investing in real estate. I can help you with that.
Oh, that was good. So let's get into it more. I want to know, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys want to know, well, why should I buy in this market? Interest rates are high. The houses are high. Even though they're settling down a little bit, I've been looking at Zillow instead of talking to my agent. And it's showing they're going down a little bit. But should I buy or should I just wait? What would you say?
So here's the thing. When it comes to the market right now, yes, interest rates are not at 2 and 3 where they were. However, we're still at a market low. When it comes to interest rates, sitting at a 6.5 to 7.5, depending on what your profile looks like, it's still okay to buy. And I would just say to the buyer or the renter who is trying to determine whether or not this is a time to buy is to get with the lender. Find out what your buying power is and what's out there, and then determine if you want to go ahead and move forward, because you can go ahead and purchase now and then later on refinance to get your payment exactly where you want it to be, as long as you can afford where it is right now.
Absolutely, because the way I look at it, because I am also a consumer, is what does that monthly payment really look like? If you're so focused on that interest rate and you don't look at the monthly payment, it's going to turn you off. So it's good let's go through the process, see what that estimated monthly payment would be, and be like, oh, I'm going to be paying $2,400 and my apartment right now is $2,800 and it's probably going to go up to $3,000 the next time I renew my lease.
Exactly.
And then renting, it's 100% interest rate, and purchasing this property, it's going to be 6 to 7%. That's not that bad. Wouldn't you say?
After all, yeah, you're looking at what you're going to be putting out monthly anyway. And yes, I've heard some renters who are paying as much as $3,000 for someone else's mortgage. So go ahead and figure out what your buying power is for your own mortgage. And then when you want to fluctuate or you want your payment to change, it'll be at your discretion and not your landlord's.
Yeah, that is true. Being a broker associate in the Southwest Florida area, I hear a lot of the rent prices, and I try to educate as much as possible. Some of you, it seems like you want to pay those high prices. I don't know why, but that's on you.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a want or if it's just a lack of understanding and knowing the process.
Yes.
And my passion as a loan originator, I love to help people. So the biggest thing is when you have a question, ask the professional.
Yep.
Yes, you might have mom or dad or uncle or auntie that bought a home. Even if it was 5 years ago, that is so much different from 2023.
I mean, let's recall 2021.
Yeah.
You looked at the house and it was gone. Mm-hmm. It just, you just looked at it, just gone. Mm-hmm. Kind of like the men nowadays, the good men, they just vanish. They just go. They married. So That's what happened in 2021. So there's been so many changes that are happening, but we wanted to come on. We wanted to break things down for you more so that you can be educated. So you're not paying somebody else's mortgage, you're paying your mortgage, and you're putting yourself in a better position so that you can be financially right for the long haul and create a legacy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's important. I actually got into the mortgage industry because I purchased my first home when I was 21. And I understand the process. It can be tedious when you're scared and don't feel like you can do it. And I was just so passionate and determined that I was going to purchase this home. And I lucked upon having a great realtor who was able to break everything down for me, make me comfortable with all the questions. And I had many questions.
As you should.
Yes, and it's okay. And I am an open book when it comes to whatever questions that you may have. No question is a dumb question, because I understand that knowing the why behind the what gives you clarity and it gives you comfort. And I feel like you should have confidence when you're purchasing a home. Yes. And I'm here and happy to help.
Yes. And I try to make my clients happy, but if for some reason you're not confident, trust me, I can refer you to another agent so we can keep you in the loop. So, but just question. I have the same style of business. I like to be open. Whatever you have questions about, we are here to help you. We want you to succeed. I don't want to be the only one owning and buying up these properties. I want you to own as well. Can you go in deeper to why you purchased your first home at 21? Because some 21 years olds are not... They're just like, we're in college still. Yeah, that's the last thing that we're thinking about.
And so again, it goes back to the passion for wanting to purchase a home, where I lost my mom when I was 11. And as a young little girl, I knew that my mom had the dream of purchasing a home. And we got to the closing table. From what I know, she got to the closing table and then there was a detour. And it was almost like out of sight, out of mind. And for me, I want to be that voice for the person who may get to a point or just feel like they're not there yet, and give you the steps and help educate you to what to do in order to get to the closing table. So for me, it was a must that I could show my siblings that it can be done. It can happen. It is possible. And I have that same passion for you.
And I knew her story, but I wanted you guys to hear it because that is so big, you guys. I have a story too. I don't think I brought it up on my first episode, but what encouraged me, I guess having a why behind something is so important. So whether it's creating a legacy or whatnot, it's just all important. And my why is because some of you guys might be like, oh, that's nothing. I never had my own room growing up. And I feel it's so important to help my clients to get into their own space because it's your own creativity. Yeah. Like growing up and not having your own room, being on a bunk bed, there's only so much you can do, no privacy. I'm 1 out of 4, so everybody has to use the bathroom. People are on your bed and stuff. You just don't get that luxury. So I made sure that when I was 23, I created that luxury and that space for me, and I purchased my first home, and I liked it, and I did it again the following year. So it's annoying in the process, and again, that's why we're here to help. But I'm telling you, it's worth it. It's so worth it.
Yeah, so that saying is it going to be easy?
No.
Is it going to be worth it? Absolutely.
It really is. It really is. I am actually buying another one, and let's just say I got like 10 more gray hairs. I know you guys can't see it. I got that good weave. But I got 10 more gray hairs. But I'm pushing through because I know that it is worth it. I'm creating my legacy. I don't have any kids yet, but they're going to be so happy. They're going to be like, Mom left all this for us. And just to continue to build on. And I just think that's so important.
Yeah, it's so exciting. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. And I know you have a little one. And what would you say to, her as she's in her younger years to get prepared for something like that? Would you, because it's 18 years old where they can purchase their first property.
Yeah.
So what would you say
18.
to put her on that path?
That's the thing. It's like, I really don't know. All she knows is mom and dad sell homes and help people get homes. So I feel like at 18, she's going to be ready. She's going to be able to tell me what to do. But I would say, there isn't an age that's too young, of course, unless you're not 18. Mm-hmm. But if you are 18 and you're thinking about purchasing a home, yes, you can do it. Mm-hmm. If you're 50 years old and you haven't purchased a home yet, yes, you can do it. So ultimately, just, not following the media or the opinions of others, and just getting into the know. Get with a professional and learn what your buying power is. And that's just going to make it your process and uniquely yours, whether you're going to move forward right now, you're going to wait, or what that looks like for you.
That is so good. That is so good, because you guys know I'm a broker in the area, and lots of times other people that have not even purchased a house have something to say about the process.
Yeah. And some of it might be a little true.
It might be a little true.
Most of it, when they haven't done the process themselves, is not. So step into it, learn for yourself, and then you can make that sound decision of what you want to do.
Absolutely. And I always tell my clients, listen, I'm here for you. I'm not going to pay your mortgage for you. I will guarantee you that. I will not pay your mortgage for you.
That part.
But what I will do, I'll make sure if we work together, we're going to get the house that is for you.
Yes.
So, and I've worked with Sheena before. I know that is her goal as well, to continue to push forward to get you into that home. And if you could just kind of break down, because I think a lot of people, they don't understand a little bit of the background. What's like the process? They filling out the application, and then after they fill out the application, like what does it go to? Who sees it? Who's in the process of purchasing a property?
Okay, that's a great question. Because honestly, when it comes to purchasing a home, the reason I said I would be your first contact, which I'm typically not. Most consumers going to go to a real estate agent first, and then they'll refer you to me. But you want to know what your buying power is, and how we learn that is going through you completed an application where we're looking at your credit, your income, and your debt. So those are the three factors that are going to be taken into consideration to determine how much money the bank is willing to lend you. And so once you've completed that application, then we can move forward with documents that will, what's the word I'm looking for? Verify.
Yes.
Documents that will verify the information that you put on your application. From there, you go into processing. And processing is just where we get all your ducks in a row, crossing all your T's and dotting all your I's, where any other documentation, special scenarios as far as other sources of income outside of your work, all those things, making sure we have all of that situated when we're putting your file into underwriting. Mm-hmm. Underwriting is going to review your file and say everything that we've done thus far, as far as giving you an approval, because everything is lined up, then we can go ahead and move to the closing table. And that's a clear to close. Mm-hmm. And once you're clear to close, we can schedule your date for when you get your keys, and we can do our happy dance.
Exactly. To add on to that, what's like some bumps in the road that because I know sometimes people don't go out and purchase a house because they're just like, well, my credit score is not that great. So what are some bumps in the road that you've seen that your clients have faced, but how you can help them overcome that?
Okay, that's a great question. So typically what we do on the forefront is making sure we're collecting those documentations and having everything to support what your application is, so that we have as little bumps in the road down on the flip side as possible. So what that looks like is when you say you make X amount of dollars a month, You have your returns to prove that. You have your check stubs to prove that. And we ask for that before giving you your pre-approval letter to go and shop for your home. Again, this is just to assure that you can afford the amount, and according to what the lenders are looking for, that you can afford the amount that you want to go and shop in. And I mean, we have products that a lender will lend as low as $580, as long as there aren't current negative or current derogatory accounts active on your credit. And then, I mean,
break that down just a little bit.
So like some people go, okay, oh, I got a 580, but then you just had 3 30-day lates on your credit card. So the lender's going to say, okay, so this $500 credit card with the $25 payment, you have not paid, but you want us to lend you $250,000 and you're going to make up the mortgage payment.
Come on,
no.
guys.
Now, we do understand, and the lenders do understand, that things happen, right? So we're looking at 3 years ago, you had a 30-day late. COVID was a thing, jobs, and there were different situations when it came to, you know, income. Everything switched up, like life was crazy.
Yep.
So that's right, and still, like, you know, getting back into it.
Yes.
So it's your credibility when it comes to what your credit score, because sometimes your credit score isn't low because of derogatory accounts or because you're not paying your bills. It's low because you don't have a lot of credit, and lenders will still lend in that instance. Building your credit and having more credit lines that you're paying consistently and on time is what gets you up in the 7s and 8s.
Yep, absolutely. And I would just like to, because you broke that down so well.
Oh, thank you.
You really did. I don't see anybody getting fearful. That should have been like, oh, okay, I get it. So that was easy. So with that said, if you know you got some issues on your credit thing and you're trying to figure out, I've been at 580 for this long, talk to the expert. Do not say, well, I can't buy a house because I'm trying to fix it. How did we get there?
Yeah.
By you trying to fix it. I'm not trying to be rude now, but it's just like by you trying to fix it. So talk to the expert because she'll get you there, right?
And that's and so that's a big thing too. Like, we are who we are. We have our professions and we do what we do. And sometimes we like to tap into things that aren't our profession. And one of those I have seen with multiple customers is feeling like, oh, I have to fix my credit before I come to you. And ultimately, that is a huge mistake. Why? Because what you think is necessary to go ahead and pay up or pay on might not necessarily affect your mortgage credit score. So it's important when you're ready to buy a mortgage that you come to a lender, get your credit pulled so that we can look at it and say, hey, this is what we need to do, X, Y, and Z. And I've actually had instances where that's been the conversation initially. Hey, I'm not ready, but I'm going to go ahead and let you look at what I need to do so we can figure this out. And then 30 days later, we're closing.
Okay.
That happens.
Remember, yes, to get you closed, let the professional look at it. They'll get you right. And they are looking for things that are different. So Credit Karma is not what they're looking for.
That's true. I like to say to my clients as well, when it comes to your FICO scores from your credit card or Credit Karma, those are averages of certain types of credit. And I like to say, like, they're the progress report. When the mortgage lender pulls your credit for your mortgage, that's the report card. So what you're seeing is not incorrect. It's just not telling the whole story. So when we pull your credit, and that's why it has to be a hard pull. When we pull that, we get to see everything. And again, our purpose is to, well, my purpose as a lender, I'll say that, is to cross all my T's and dot all my I's so that when I say, yes, you're ready for this amount, then when you move forward, you find the home that you want in that price range, when we get to the closing table, there aren't any hiccups saying, okay, now this is showing up, or now that's showing up. So that's why we do that on the front end.
Yeah, very, very good. And we're hearing a lot of things. I put in one of my videos about this program that's out and about. So you want to talk about it?
Which one is it? I mean, we have a lot. There's a lot of help when it comes to, being a first-time home buyer. There's a lot of support out there for you. So just depending on what your scenario is, can help you determine which product you need. But which one were you referencing?
Hometown Heroes.
Hometown
That's
Heroes.
what's on the street nowadays.
Yes, that's a big one. And the reason is because it is FHA, or you can go conventional. Mm-hmm. But most down payment assistance programs, they're offering 3.5%. Mm-hmm. Some are loans, some are grants. And with this one, it's actually a loan, and they're offering 5%. Which means if you go FHA, you have 3.5% that goes towards your down payment, and another 1.5% that helps go towards your closing costs as well. That is for any Floridian. No, you don't have to be a Floridian. Just kidding. But as long as you've been working here full time for the last 2 years, I think the full time is 35 hours or more. They're giving you up to $35,000, and again, that's 3.5% of the sales price. Not 3.5%, 5% of the sales price, up to $35,000.
Okay, that's really good. Really, really good.
And a big thing to know about that too is it just changed the beginning of this month, where it was just first responders, teachers, doctors, and now it's anybody in Florida that works for a Florida company. Realtors, you too. As long as you can prove that you're full time.
Yes, absolutely.
You also can qualify for that loan as well.
And I do this full time, babe. I have some hours now, because I know people like to sneak in and call me at midnight. Come on now, you wouldn't call your doctor at midnight. But you can leave a voicemail. I'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Right.
But where can they find you? This has been so good. I want them to be able to reach out to you so that they can question you some more and they can work with you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm here and happy to help. My office is in the Forum here in Fort Myers, Florida. I believe that address, don't quote me on this, is 3414 Forum Boulevard. We're right in between the Home Depot and Dunkin' Donuts. Mm-hmm. So you can find me there. And I'm also on social media, Sheena_Simmons. On Facebook and Instagram. I'm always dropping knowledge. Check me out, see some videos. And if you have any questions, feel free to text me, to drop a messenger, all that good stuff. Yeah, I'm here and happy to help.
Well, thank you so much for showing up.
Thanks
you guys
for
know
having
where,
me.
Yes, absolutely. You guys know where to find me. It is either down below on this podcast. You can reach out to me, or reach out to me Instagram, Facebook. It's Agape Real Estate _Kai. I'm all things real estate, and I am here to help you, Southwest Florida. So talk to you soon, real estate family.
All right. Bye-bye.